What's going on, guys? All right, I need to get it in here, talk about this real quick, and then get out. So we're going to talk about it real quick. Um, Shane Dawson's third video of his series is about the family of Jake Paul. Now, um, they did a lot of talking about um, their childhood, how they were brought up, and stuff like that. They're going to do a possible interview with Logan, maybe. I'm not sure if they actually did one or not. That was more recent. Shane actually came back and put the future Shane back into the past Shane. Um, Jake Paul's first video, still cringy as can be. He watched that and you could tell it was cringy, and that's just how he is. um, he was going through watching older videos, trying to see who he was, how his family was. He went and looked at Greg's videos, and turns out watching, I think the longest segment was Jake's Draw With Me, and I think there's a lot of hidden notes in there. Um, More or less, like, his parents split up, and then he had a hard time with it. He had a lot of behavioral issues in high school, but he shaped up so he could go on a trip to DC, and he wasn't handling it well. Football became boring. He went to wrestling, and then he went from wrestling with his brother Logan, got on Vine, started taking off, and then moved to LA. Um, they talked about Pam a little bit, and Pam has given me a shout out before in my old videos, as Pam gave me a shout out. Um, I think she's just trying to fit in, to try and connect with her kids, and I don't think she understands how some of the stuff looks like. I don't think she makes her thumbnails. I don't think she does all the edits. I think she just throws a phone in front of her face, records some things, and then that's what she talks about. I don't think she actually knows what exactly the thumbnails look like until after, and she probably doesn't think anything of it. But if you look into it, or the way it's portrayed in the video, it's a little off. So, again, um, they talked about Logan breaking plates. They talked about Pan. They talked about Greg, and Greg, how he has possible anger issues. They talked about how Greg was their football coach, and their entire lives they're basically groomed to compete against each other to better themselves, better, better, better. But they think Greg is verbally abusive, and basically when he moved into the Team 10 thing or became the manager, he kicked out Nick Crompton, and that's how he's just abusive, and he wants power, and he's trying to groom his kids to compete against each other to better themselves, but at the same time he benefits from it too. And then if you look at Greg's videos, his are really weird. If you really look into them and like look past like what just the facade looks like and look at the words, and just kind of creepy looking, and that's what Shane touched on today. He did say something about Logan breaking plates around the dog, but if you guys watched Logan's videos about him breaking plates, he did it a lot, often, and it was just like he got to the point where he had some guy that put stickers on him that had the Maverick sticker on him, and he would throw them just for, and he knew it was getting views. People were making like um, all these videos about it, so that's what they did. Jake Paul's first video was there. Like I said, it was cringy. The next video is the next is the other side of the story, and the little preview was about Alyssa and how Logan slept with Alyssa, and they said, was that planned? He said, I don't think it was planned, but it did happen. So they're trying to see if it was planned, because if it was, that's messed up. But I think it did happen. It messed everything up. Um, Again, they were trained to compete. They 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 just went in and tried to figure out what makes Jake Jake. So they looked at his family and his parents and stuff like that, and they think that Pam's a nice lady. I don't think she has any idea or what's going on. That's why she doesn't really, she's not as aggressive as I guess you can say. Honestly, from my point of view, it looks like Pam is just trying to connect with her kids, but Greg is trying to push them into competing and not necessarily better themselves, but it's almost to hey, happy trails. It's almost to an unhealthy point of better yourself, better, 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 because he wants to reap the rewards based on what his kids do. That's what my point of view is. I'm not sure if that's true, but if you guys are new here, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Click the subscribe. We're just doing the live reaction again. I've been doing it for 5 minutes. I've done it the last two. Figured I might as well do it this one. So we got 5 more to go. I have a feeling it's gonna be longer than 8 episodes because as he's doing this, new stuff's coming out. Like Logan said, he had sociopathic tendencies. He's not a sociopath, but he has tendencies, which I think a lot of people do. They like lack empathy and stuff like that. And I've seen it before where if someone's upset about something, I feel fine, but I probably should feel something. But there are times that, I am bawling my eyes out and no one else feels anything. So, I guess it's per person. I think a lot of people have the sociopathic tendencies, but not a lot of people are full sociopaths. I think they have the tendencies, which is, I mean, I think there's a lot of people out there that the entrepreneurs or people like go-getters and stuff like that probably have those. But if you're just joining us, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We'll do a quick recap of the video real quick. They talked about a possible interview with Logan. They talked about Jake's first video, and they started going through his videos on his channel. They watched his older videos. Still cringy. They said that Greg was their coach in high school football, and he basically trained them to compete against each other, trained them to be savages, trained them to basically fight each other for who's going to be the best, so who can get to the top. It's like Logan has always been in his brother's shadow, and he's trying to get out of that shadow. They talked about Greg and Pam. Pam, I think, in my point of view, is just trying to connect with her kids, but some of the thumbnails are questionable, so I don't think she edits those. I don't think she does anything with that. I think she just creates the vlog on her phone and then uploads it. I actually don't want to offend anybody, but I think Pam is just trying to connect with her kids. I think Greg is kind of an issue. He just seems like he's really aggressive, and then when he came into Team 10 and Nick got kicked out, I think he fired Nick because Greg wants what he says to go. I think Greg wants his voice to matter. I think he wants to be the boss. And then I think that Greg is exploiting his kids. Like basically he's saying, my kids are this. I'm going to make a video based on my kids. And then he's just going to use their name to better himself and make himself look better. Because, the last couple of weeks, Greg gone through some shit. And, I think anything he can say or do now to better himself, he's going to. And he just cringes. I don't know. I get a weird feeling about that guy. He's weird. They're talking about the family drama and how there's a lot of drama between the family and stuff like that. The kids were young when they got divorced, or like middle school, high school, and then they were trained to compete. And then I don't think Greg is a dad. I think he's a boss in Jake's eyes. I don't think Jake has a dad. I think he's just his boss. And I don't think he loves his dad. I think he respects him, but I don't think he's actually his dad per se. I think he fills the role of drill sergeant or boss. And then the next video is going to be the other side, featuring Alyssa and Logan and everybody like that. I don't think Jake actually comes into the series officially until the 4th or 5th one, I think he said. But I have to get back to work. If you're new here, click the subscribe button. Join the family. We're growing every single day. And I would appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up. Comment below what your thoughts are. Again, I got to get off here. I got to get back to work. And until next time, take care, guys.